and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jasmine Denise, and I am here for another video for you all today. So I'm very excited for today's video because I am going to be doing sublimation. As you know, I love sublimation because you can get these beautiful, rich, vibrant colors off of sublimation and it comes out very beautiful, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. So if you haven't already, don't forget to go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your support as always. Okay, so let's get right into the supplies that you're going to need for today's video. So the supplies that I'm going to be using is I did get my blank from my local store. I'm going to be using my Cricut blank here for my shirt. Now, always remember whenever you're doing polyester, the higher the number of your polyester count, the better. So the higher it is, the more vibrant, more richer, more elegant your colors are going to come out on your design. I'm also going to be using the sublimation paper. So this is the paper that I do have here. This is my sublimation paper, 8x5 by 11 for my size. This is the one that we're going to be using in today's video. So who's excited to make a design? So we have our shirt, we have our sublimation paper. Okay, and for the printer that I'm going to be using, I do have a Epson EcoTink 4800, and that's what I'm going to be using today for my printer. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's head to our computer, let's pull up a design, and let's get this design going because I'm excited. I know you are too. Just if you're curious on how to sublimate, if you're new to this, if you're experiencing this, sublimation is always fun, right? Who doesn't love sublimation? All right, so let's go ahead and get right into this. Okay, so now that we have design space, we need to go ahead and upload our design. So we want to select browse. We're going to select our image. We're going to open it. So we have our image here, and you do have your options. You have your simple, moderate complex, and your complex photo. So for this one, I'm going to choose moderate complex. After that, we're going to select continue. Okay, so as you see, we have our image up here. We're not going to remove the background because there's nothing there. All right, so we have our image here, and now we want to apply and continue. So we're not cutting this image because we're not cutting it and we're not placing it on any vinyl. We're doing sublimation, so it's for, it doesn't matter if you cut out your design or not. We're just going to print and cut this image, and then you want to select upload. We're going to select it and add to canvas. Okay, so as you see, our image came up really humongous here, and so we do get our error message on design space that lets us know this image is too big for anything that we're trying to do right now at the moment. So if you just select it, it tells you image is too large for the 8.5 by 11 paper, and you can select auto resize, or you can change your paper size if you are using something bigger. So we're going to select auto resize image. There you go. It automatically readjusted our image size. If you need to, you can rotate it. If you need to adjust the size of it, by all means, go right ahead. If you need to make your design smaller, if you want to make your design larger, you're free to do exactly that. All right, so we have our image here. We have their soccer mom. So you want to select it. For your operation, always make sure print, then cut is selected. So when you do this option here for print and cut, you're going to print it, but we're not going to cut this image because we're not using any type of vinyl that requires cutting. So the only thing that matters is we're going to print out this image. So if you're happy with everything, we are going to go ahead and select make it. All right, so I need to go ahead and connect to my printer. So just a minute. Okay, so we have our design up on Design Space. So always remember, after you have your design, you do want to mirror your image, because if not, you're gonna sublimate it and it's gonna be in reverse and your design is going to be messed up in. That's not what you want to happen. So always make sure you mirror your design here. All right, so the next thing we want to do once we have that is you want to select continue. Now it's asking us, do we want to print on 8x5x11 paper? The answer is yes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to send our design to our printer. I'm using my Epson EcoTank 4800 and I did convert this to a Sublimation printer. Okay, so we're going to connect it. I always remove add bleed because I don't really necessarily use that. I am going to select the system dialog, so we're going to select print. Now just be mindful whenever you do select the system dialog, the dialog shows up behind design space. You'll just have to move your design space down a little bit and your system dialog will be right behind it. All right, so we're going to move that. We have our printer. So once I have my system dialog up, so for my printer settings, I change it to a photo glossy paper and I set the quality to normal because I feel like that's going to give us a nice normal image. It's not going to be extra, our colors won't be oversaturated, so I always use the normal mode. Okay, so now we need to take out our sublimation paper so we can print on our design. Alright, so we're just going to take out our paper. So on the back, it's just a white sheet of paper on this side, and on the back it does say Ace Up, so it helps you out so you know exactly what side to print on. All right, so we're going to insert this into our printer. Now, depending on your specific printer will determine if you have to place your design face up or if you're going to have to put your paper bottom up. It just depends on your printer that you're using. So I went ahead and uploaded my printer paper into my printer. So now we can go ahead and print our design. So while our design is printing, we can go ahead and preheat our press machine. Okay, so now while our image is printing, we can go ahead and heat up our heat press. So for anything with sublimation, you do want to press it between 380 and 400 degrees. And that's what we're going to do, is go ahead and preheat. And we want to update this to 380 degrees. It's sublimation, so it doesn't need that long of a press, but we are going to press it between 35 to 40 seconds. So let's go ahead and adjust our time. Okay, so our heat press is heating up, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and get our design, heat up our shirt, and go ahead and apply our design. All right, so here's what our design looks like once it did come out of our printer. Again, I did use the Epson EcoTank 4800. Now, as you see here, we do have our Cricut sensor marks here. Now, just be mindful, if you press this on your shirt, you're absolutely going to get those sensor marks on it. Now, if you don't want those, we need to go ahead and just take a pair of scissors, and we're just going to cut those sensor marks off. That way it doesn't print out on our design. Okay, so now our heat press is ready. I'm just opening my shirt. What I'm doing is taking my Teflon sheet. That way my shirt will be protected. I will take my lint roller and just roll it. We are going to press it for a few seconds to help. So let's go ahead and get some of the moisture out the shirt. Now we do want to take our design and we're going to apply it on our shirt. So I usually like to go 3 fingers from the collar of my shirt because I don't want my design to be too high up to the top. Once you have your design exactly where you want, you do want to take some heat resistant transfer tape, a pair of scissors, that way you can cut it. And we want to apply this to the edges of our design so it doesn't move when we do put it in our press machine. So we have our heat resistant tape down. Now I'm going to take my Teflon sheet. I'm going to place it right on the design so I do not burn my t-shirt while I am trying to press the design down. What we're going to do now is go ahead and press our t-shirt. So once we have everything pressed, we're going to press this for 35 seconds at 380 degrees. And then after it, sublimation is a hot peel. So we'll go ahead and peel it and we'll see exactly what our design looks like. Our design just got done. I'm super excited to see exactly what our design is looking like. We're going to go ahead and peel our design. You guys, look at this design. All right, so the design came out fabulous. It looks really good. Look at this. Soccer mom, y'all, this looks really good. Just remember with sublimation, the ink goes into the fibers of the shirt. So if you rub your hand over it, you don't feel like vinyl, you don't feel anything. It's just a natural, smooth feeling of the t-shirt. Also, you can stretch this as many times as you want. It's not going to stretch. And my son has a soccer game coming up and I will be wearing this t-shirt. I just love sublimation. I feel like sublimation is very simple to do. Find your design, print it, pop it right onto your t-shirt. So this one here is very simple and it's very easy to do and it comes out excellent. That's today's video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to like my channel, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.